It's BlackBerry Day, episode number 11. Can you hum into that thing? This episode is brought to you by Skinit. Skinit is our choice for giving you the best vinyl protection for all of your mobile and laptop devices. Please visit the show notes to get the link and discount codes.
Okay, go.
Okay, go. Welcome, everybody. BlackBerry Today, episode number 11. Welcome the hundreds of thousands of viewers, downloaders. Well, you know, it's cumulative, but still, we'll go with that theory that we get a ton each time. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go.
Perfect.
Start off fresh. As I mentioned, I've got this. What's up with the plain label over there? Is it one of them home kits that you can refill your own bottles, or did you peel off the?
I peeled it off. They didn't pay us any money.
Okay, I was just checking. I didn't know it was a home kit. They've got those. You can actually make your own now.
No.
So here we are. It's post-holiday. Did you have a good holiday?
I did have a good holiday, and you?
Great. I should say to the U.S. folks. I know
yes.
we do have people all over that have.
To everyone else, it was just Thursday.
Yes, it was Thursday, and you couldn't reach anybody in America.
Right.
It's a perfect day. So holidays are over, and we are off and running. Back, we still have our trusty devices. Nothing new there. We're still running the same ones, in case anyone wanted to know. There's nothing new in device land that's come out, even though some images snuck out. I did see that.
Yes.
Even today, they're talking about the new name for a tablet. But let's get into the news and then tell everybody, if you don't start buying our stuff, we're going to be really upset soon because we got to pay for this bandwidth.
Right.
So everyone needs like a good custom skin for their BlackBerries.
They do. Look at.
You should all be buying that. We'll cover our ad in a little bit, but you should all be buying that. And you can make custom. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise,
let's
hit the news and let's start out there and then go through the stuff.
Okay. The Playbook OS updated. That was a bit of news.
Did it add any features?
I don't know. To be honest, with the holiday and everything, I haven't updated my Playbook yet.
Well, I'm going to go with no.
Sorry.
No, I'm going to go with nothing spectacular, else we would have heard about it.
Certainly not, native email or any of those things. Although, as you mentioned, sneak previews, there have been some sneak previews of email on the tablet, which look very interesting. So.
Yes, let's change course for a minute. Do you think it's too late, since they don't have it, to make it for this holiday season to sell more Playbooks?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. And Best Buy announced, from what I read, now this is what I read, that they sold out of their Playbooks and then canceled their order for the rest. And
Playbook, the price is down to $199.
Weren't they doing a buy two get one free as well? Yes, for enterprises, like they were doing. I don't know if it's still going on. They had a buy two get one free Playbooks.
Mm-hmm.
So there really is some good deals on them. The OS is going to be updating. They gave away 2.0 at BB DevCon.
Yes.
As a platform of choice. You could have the actual development platform. But it's kind of late. Christmas is really less than a month away.
Right. And I think I read that, and I could be making this up, but I want to say I read February 12th-ish was like a rumored date for the email
February
stuff.
2012? Or
No,
just
February
the
12th.
date, February 12th.
2012,
I was like, the exact day, or just the whole somewhere in the year there?
Yeah,
okay.
No.
That's a good one.
But that's a rumor. That wasn't, founded in anything. So.
Yeah. So if you actually have a Playbook, go ahead and do the OS update, and I'll do mine as well. I haven't done my update yet.
Me neither.
Okay. What else we got in the news?
The Gmail app on the BlackBerry devices is not supported, which was big news to some people.
Not supported? You mean you're yanking it?
I'm sorry. Yeah, they're pulling it. Yeah, sorry. Well, if you had it, you could keep it.
Right. It's still supported for now.
Right. But anyway, so it was a big deal. A lot of people I saw were upset about it. They use it a lot, and they were frustrated or whatever. And
I know you couldn't hear me. I was just doing that to drive you nuts.
There's a little weird echo thing, so I'm trying to deal with it. Well,
okay.
Just go with me. Anyway, they were really upset about it, and it doesn't bother me. I have several Gmail accounts, and I don't use the Gmail app, so I didn't understand why people were so frustrated by it.
All right, so let's explain that to everybody to understand. The Gmail app was an app that you loaded on there, but you don't need the app to get Gmail because it uses Biz.
Right.
So BlackBerry Internet Service, which is a consumer grade side. So when you're doing your setup screens inside of email setup on your device, and it says, do you wish to set up your email accounts? That's really Biz through your provider. And every provider, if you search online, search for Verizon, Biz, Sprint, whatever, they have their own BlackBerry Internet Service servers that you can log into and configure. So you could add them. There's no fear, I don't think, of it syncs contacts, it syncs calendar, it syncs deletions. It's totally integrated into the BlackBerry when you set it up.
Yep, and you can have it in multiple inboxes, or it can all go into your main inbox, whichever one you choose to do. And even in OS 7, and again, forgive us on OS 6 because we don't know because we never had it, but OS 7 has it right there in the setup when you first set up your BlackBerry, and you can go back to it at any time. Do you want to add a Gmail account? It explicitly lists a Gmail account. So I think this is non-news news, but some people were upset.
Yeah, because it was a separate app, and I guess if they said they didn't have an integrated mailbox, they just use it as an app layer, then it made sense.
Well, and I think a lot of people probably didn't know that they could do the add an account through the biz like we do.
Sure, that makes sense.
So, then they'd be frustrated, which would make sense.
That makes sense. So what else we got in the news?
BBM Music was released.
Yay! Okay, so, well, let me put my earpiece, the other one back in. Let me tell everybody what happened to a few of us. This went over really well. When I loaded it up, I was the first day. I'm in. I'm at BlackBerry Music. I'm in. I loaded it up on my device. I fired it up, and it said, yeah, no. How about it's not supported in your region? Oh, in my region? What region am I in that it's not supported? Because it's supported in the Americas. The region was Verizon.
Yeah.
Apparently they just had an issue with a carrier due to a bug. It said it's not supporting your region. They updated it a few days later, and we're back in business. So we'll put up a screencast while we do it. I'm going to open it so I can talk about it logically. But we'll put up a screencast for everybody. BlackBerry Music allows you to store 50 songs, and then your friends can share 50 songs and share with you, and then 50 and 50. So you could have anywhere from 50 up to tens of thousands depending on how many contacts you have. The goal is to bring more contacts in through the BlackBerry side is what it is. It's about sharing. For now, it's free to everybody, but we have a date. We'll get to the date in a minute. Let's talk about the app, and then we'll tell them how long it's free. So there is your main screen shows what songs you have, who you've shared with, who your contacts have started sharing with, which is an interesting privacy question, because I don't see anywhere to opt out of that. Like if I don't want you to know one of my BlackBerry contacts, or does it only show the ones in common?
I think it only would show the ones in common.
See, we don't know. It doesn't say that, and there's no setting for it. So we may have to get the answer. But I can see that when we're testing that you shared with somebody else. And now that person also is a contact of mine, so maybe just because it's a joint contact, but I haven't shared with anybody else. Yeah, this is getting confusing. So I can see the songs that you added, that I added, that are explicit, not explicit, which I love. I love that they tag them explicit, not because if you share with like, family or something, you don't want to have it. Then there's a tab for all of your playlists. You can shuffle and the songs you have. There's the contacts tab. And then lastly, the catalog. Now the catalog, interestingly enough, does have searching. And then it has staff picks, what's new, feature top, all that stuff. It has genres. I click genres and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So if you're really looking for a large catalog, I don't think BBM Music is the choice just yet, only because the catalog's not that big. So we're not, there's no, it's alternative, dance, pop, rap, rock, R&B. So classical, country, house, grunge, metal, all that is not really in here. I'm just, we're throwing them all out there. It's not really in here.
Right.
There's 6 main categories. Now, something else. Options. We can show it on the screen. Apparently, the freeness of this stops December 12th.
Yep.
So if you want to play with this, you have 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. Get to moving quickly. So you have less 2 weeks for free. Then it has a button for account information, which I'm not clicking yet because I don't know how long that'll take. You can stream the media over the network or through Wi-Fi. If you're concerned about bandwidth, there's a Wi-Fi only selection. And then to warn you when you're streaming on the mobile network. So if you are a bandwidth concern, then that option is definitely there. You can stream while roaming, and then you can save the songs locally to cache them on a media card, which is cool, and it shows you how much space you have as well as how many songs you have locally. All right? And then the version I have is 1.0.0.134.
Right. And there's a new version in the beta.
In beta. Okay, so that's the production version. Now, if I click account information, it says you're in the free trial. It will expire December 12th. Subscription details, more information. I'm clicking more information. We're doing this live, so you could probably do this on the video. It takes you to the legal information out on the web. Is it me, or is it very tiny? Oh, it brought up the whole web page. That is, apparently there's nothing legal. There it is. I was like, there's nothing legal at all. There is a user guide and an addendum of legal information is where it takes you. So really nowhere that you'd care. How's that?
Perfect.
Okay. And oh, here we go. Subscription details. Region US, account type trial, pre-licensed, gives you an ID number, can play full songs. Yes. So what if it said no?
Well, we'll say no after December 12th.
What do I get?
30 seconds.
You better really like the song 30 seconds they pick. You better really love those 30 seconds when we get to them. Device switches used. I'm guessing that is the number of times you've switched actual BlackBerry devices, because it says 0 of 5.
Oh,
interesting. My songs 2 of 50. Song ads remaining 73. Well, if I'm at 2 of 50, how can I add 73? I don't know. So I'm not understanding everything about it, but that's okay. I'll just let you know. That's what's in there. So BB Music, interesting. The quality's been great on the stream.
Yes. Yes. That's what I was going to mention. You know, I heard it in a car while I was driving, you know, playing on the device, and it sounded good. I was really surprised. I was expecting it to sound tinny and terrible. And
yeah. Well, that's also the quality of the device too, right? It's both. It's
right.
The stream quality as well as there's a good, the bolts have a really good.
So this was streaming down the highway. We weren't on Wi-Fi or anything like that, and you know, on the device, and it sounded good. So I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised.
And while you're on a song, I can add it to a playlist. I can ignore it. I can share it. I can comment on it. I can buy it. I can view the album. I can get details. The artist, recommend similar. Ooh, recommend similar. The only reason we're not playing music right now, just so everyone knows, because someone's like, let's hear the quality because I didn't load it, or I'm in another country, it's not there, is because we don't want to get blocked on YouTube. Because if we play too much of a song, they will consider it content that's licensed, and then we'll get in trouble. Right. So I highlighted a song and said, give me recommended, and it gave me a large amount of Chinese music.
Excellent.
DJ,
did you select a Chinese song?
No, I didn't. DJ Okawara, Sheng Rai Kwao Li, Al Chung Yang, Jay Chow. Ones I can't read because it's in Chinese for real.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. Uh-oh. I clicked the song.
Now he's breaking things. Okay, so I thought you weren't going to play stuff.
You can't identify that 3 seconds of those little things. You can't identify it. That's not going to happen.
Uh-huh.
Plus, it was a piano. I think those have been used in many
Video bold.
Video bold. All right. What's next in the news?
That's it.
That's not it.
That's
There's
it?
one more as of today. We're on top of the news today.
Right. Sorry.
So
yes.
we do have a few corporate customers that listen to this, or watch, I should say. And BlackBerry announced the management platform to run Android and iOS devices.
Yes.
Which is actually kind of cool, because you picture you've got a mixed environment, and now I need a single platform to manage. It's a perfect answer. BlackBerry has one of the most robust management systems already in place. Why not add Android and iOS?
Mm-hmm.
Now, people would say, what about the other ones like Good and a few others? Well, they don't really manage corporate enterprise BES the same way a BES does. They can manage a biz type help, some app stuff, but not a BES. So now you've got that whole push in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that it?
That's it.
No other news?
No other news.
There's some screenshots of new devices apparently on the web.
Oh, yes. Some of those have leaked out. Some screenshots
We don't report a lot of that because we don't know how true they always are. But we will say, if you search, you will see some more. Oh, the new name. The new BlackBerry with the new OS, the BBX. I want to think the name they called it. I'll try to find it. but they actually referred to a possible name for the new BlackBerry.
Right.
Running BBX.
Yeah.
Yay. For those of you still on version 4 and 5, really find a device to get you to 7.
Yes.
You'll be much happier.
Yes.
I'm happier.
I'm much happier.
Sorry, we skipped 6. For the people at RIM that watch us and send us little things, I'm sorry I skipped that. So do you want to do, when do you want to put viewer stuff in? We've been getting lots of tweets and comments, and do you want to put that towards the end, or you want to cover that now?
Sure, we can cover that now.
Let's put some viewer stuff in, then we'll do our sponsor, and then we'll go on to the app and the tips.
Okay, so we had one person on Twitter ask us a question, which of course I don't have it up because it was for some reason killing my signal. But so his name, I'll get to you in a second, was he asked us what we think of the Playbook hardware and how we use the Playbook.
Okay.
I'll let you answer while I look for his name.
While you look for his name, how I use the Playbook. I've streamed some videos. I've played a couple games. Your turn.
Okay.
I can't do Hulu. It has the HDMI output. I'd love to be able to do some more content, but I can put some videos on it and play great quality videos. The games are great quality, but until they integrate Messenger and more of the mail stuff without bridging, I want it as a Wi-Fi walk around the office device sitting here in the studio recording.
Yeah.
Should I put the temporary green screen up? Sitting here in the office recording.
No, don't put that up.
We do have a permanent green screen, and I wasn't allowed to do the show in front of the green screen because I'd look very newsroom fancy.
Right. But yes, that was it. But you didn't answer the hardware question.
Yes. What I think of it?
Yeah, what do you think of the hardware?
I think it's a good piece of hardware. I think that the bezel interface is a lot smarter than the iPad per se because the bezel's interactive. I think that it's been very sturdy. I'll say that. It's easy to hold. A little bit easier than iPad to hold for manipulating in size and everything else. It has been pretty decent on battery life. So, and we'll talk about the rest of the hardware. The camera's been pretty good quality for doing, what it offers. You really got to have some good friends to use their integration, their video stuff. That has been great. In other terms of the hardware, I think that they really did a good job with giving enough processor, enough memory, enough horsepower inside of it. Storage will become an issue once they deploy more capabilities to it. How much more the device gets used will be an issue, I think. But it's what is it? Are they 32s or what did they give away? Was that a 16 or a 32?
16.
16 gig device. So it matches some of the iPad stuff that people get their hands on. I like the hardware. Did you get his name?
Yeah.
Can you say his name?
I have no idea. GAETANJASMIN. Thank you for your tweet.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What else do we have? What do you think of the hardware?
Well, okay. I still need you to ask me what I think of the hardware, and I honestly, I'm not a real hardcore geek on hardware. I'm a hardcore geek on other things, but not on hardware. So, like, if someone were to ask me specs and stuff like that, I got no answer for you. I have no idea. I'm much more like a typical user, and I'll say the first thing I remember when I opened it up was, wow, it's so light and small. So that I like that. I like that, as you said, the bezel, taking advantage of that. It's how it works. Does it work? Yes, it works. Is it small? Yes, it's small. So it's great. Things like that, like the HDMI, all that kind of stuff. Fantastic as far as hardware goes. Other than that, it all kind of goes over my head and I don't really pay attention.
Excellent. So. All right. Do we have any other viewer ones?
Maybe
one more. The videos?
We had, right. The podcast, you mean?
Yes.
Which is, of course, what you meant to answer when you were asked how you use the Playbook, which is to watch our show.
Well,
you meant to say.
I thought they meant me personally. I mean, I see our show I check it on every device to make sure it's quality and good, but I don't I spend enough time editing. I don't need to rewatch it again.
Someone asked if there's any advice on how to stop podcast episodes from re-downloading after you've deleted them in the Playbook app. And I, of course, said, don't delete them. Keep them forever so you can watch us over and over again. And he explained that he needed to delete other shows to make room for ours.
That was a good answer or lie. Either one, we'll take it. No, have I deleted?
That's Dane B, I think would
Dane.
be how you pronounce
Dane,
that.
we got to ask a question because I'm not too sure about this. Are you saying old episodes come back if you delete them?
I believe that's what he's saying.
What do you have your setting at? How long to maintain them as well? Do you maintain just the most recently watched or all previous plus that?
That's a setting?
I believe it is.
Okay.
I don't have my playbook in front of me today. Because I was going to do my tip for the device.
Yeah.
I'll take a look and we'll post it. But I think it's keep like most recent +1 or most or 5 or whatever it is, and maybe you can just shrink that down. But I don't think there's a way to stop it from re-downloading once you remove it from. Even in the BlackBerry podcast, it's the same app.
Right.
It's a different directory. So everyone knows it's a different directory search. They show more HD stuff, which they don't show on the device, but it's the same darn thing. So you know what? I can look here while we talk. Let's look live. I'm going into the podcast app.
There you go.
I can options. Close when interactive. Set it. Audio boost. Style. Slideshow. Download to. When new episodes are found, download newest, download none, or download all. When new episodes arrive, keep. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 are unplayed only.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's the exact same for the playbook. Now, if we're wrong that it's not the same for the playbook, now I will keep in mind it's all the way at the very, 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 very bottom of all the options. It's the last choice before check for update and sync subscriptions. And then you can sort the episodes. I lied. Way at the bottom below about legal. There's another checkbox for how to sort, newest to oldest or oldest to newest. So I have mine set to download the newest and keep the last one before that. And that's how I keep track and keep mine at set. Okay? So that's what I have in mind. And apparently I have one download pending for the how-to device management show. It's waiting for Wi-Fi.
There you go.
And inside of that one, I have this waiting to download one. And before that, it has one plus the previous. So yeah, I think it's just setting the way your settings are in terms of how many to keep is what it is.
Cool.
Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Now, if it's not the same, we'll find out, but I think that's the same.
And if anybody else wanted to send us in a tweet and ask us a question, how would they do that?
They would do that at BBerry Today on Twitter. You can call 443-BB Today. You can email bbtoday@spikestudio.com. You can, please go like our Facebook page for Spike Studio on Facebook. We're growing slowly. We get a couple a week, but we'd like to see more there. The studio's all inclusive, so it's for all the shows that we have, but that's where we're posting everything through. Did I miss anything? Oh. Should I tell them what we talked about today, where I want to put our shows? Do I want to tell them? Or should I wait until we really get it done?
Why don't you wait?
I want to tell them.
Why don't you tell?
Well, I'm thinking about it. If you would like to see this, that'll help make a decision. That's why my point is. Talk to the guys today and thinking about developing a Roku channel for all the shows. Keep in mind, Spike Studio does the BlackBerry Today. It does some social media stuff. It does some technical stuff around IBM software. So there's a bunch of them. What we do is make one channel for Spike that then has the categories for the different shows. So you subscribe to the channel, but then you could watch. You don't have to watch the other shows. You can. Crossover is good, mainly social media stuff we do all the time. Screencasts under the social networker, those would be available as well. So if you want to know about the newest sites, those screencasts would also be available on the Roku channel. So if you want to see us on Roku, send us a note. Let us know. Send us a tweet. Say something on the Facebook wall. Post something. And that'll help drive the speed at which we get this done. But that would be a great way for you to watch it in full HD right there on your TVs. It's kind of hot. I think that's kind of cool. Big 55-inch LED TV watching BlackBerry Today, geeking out. That's the way to drive your. If you want to be alone for the weekend with your significant others, just put this show on the big TV, and you'll be all set.
Perfect.
You'll be all set. So we've told them how to contact us. We should tell them about our sponsor. Yes. Do you want to show them the lovely Skin? So Skin It, still one of our sponsors. They're running some great holiday specials. For those that are new to watch the show, one of our sponsors to help pay for the bandwidth as well as give this great quality. Oh, that's fuzzy and too close. There you go, right there. That's perfect. So what it gives you is the ability to, and this isn't just for Blackberries, it's for the Playbook. Do you have the Playbook sitting there? You don't have the Playbook, do you? You have your BlackBerry device, you have the Playbook,
But it
which
matches.
it matches. So the Playbook actually has the same one. Your computers, your laptops, your other iDevice types, everything you can imagine, Skin It offers. They have pre-built sets of skins, and what it is a vinyl overlay. When we say skins, it's not a hard case. It's a vinyl overlay to protect it as you set it down and spin it in your conference calls. Everyone does that. You sit there and just spin your device.
Not everyone.
I would like to point out that someone switched backs with me in mine, and so I got this. Let's see that little blur right there? This isn't mine. We were playing around with batteries, and this is not mine. Paul, this is not mine.
Just to, since you said pull the back off too, just to show that's the back. So the skin is cut, perfectly.
Per device type, and it's each device type. So what you can do is visit through our link that's in the show notes. Gives us credit to let them know that you watch the show, but we have discounts all the time of coupons. Free shipping, 30% off, and you can upload your own custom images.
Yes.
So for your company, for your favorite sports team, they have a lot of those already licensed and available for you as well. Picture of the kids for ladies, or picture of your friends. You know what? If you've got a whole bunch of significant others, you can have different skins for each one and just change it when you go to see them. Well, I'd rather them order more is what I'm thinking. So if you got like you and like 7 different other people, you have one each day, you can just put that skin on. That'd be a great feature. The same front, different backs.
Right.
Just trying to help. Or if you support multiple sports teams, football, hockey, baseball, buy a skin for each one. Mainly while we have a coupon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's them. It's Skin It. We welcome them for being a sponsor, and we thank them because it helped pay for the bandwidth for all you people downloading all these shows in HD and in SD. And keep in mind the Playbook is HD, so those are big honking files. Because we like to keep the quality good, so we make them bigger. All right, moving on. It is time for apps. Apps. Are you prepared?
I'm prepared. Of course I'm prepared. How dare you?
All right, I usually go first, don't I?
Do you?
Yes.
Okay,
For apps,
go.
I usually go first.
All right, go.
Well, can I talk about something else first? That we kind of glazed over? Well, it's part of apps.
Sure, what?
BlackBerry App World has added more free apps. We didn't mention it this week in news. We should probably mention it now.
Oh, the thank you gifts?
Yes.
Okay, so then I should go first.
Is yours in there? They just put another... 2 more just showed up today that weren't there yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, so you can go first with apps. Go for it.
Right. Okay, so what I was going to do for my app was Shazam.
Off you go.
Off I go. Okay. So because Shazam was one of the free thank you gifts, and I knew other people on other devices would always talk about Shazam, and I had Shazam envy, as I did not have Shazam on my BlackBerry. I had other apps that did the same thing. So in case you didn't know, what Shazam does is you hear a song playing at a restaurant or whatever, and you go, oh, what's that song? I love that song. I want to get that song. And you don't know what it's called or whatever. So you can hit the touch to Shazam, and it will listen to the song, and it'll look it up, and it'll find a match for it. Why is it so awesome? Because it actually works. Number one, it loads quickly. So my problem was always that I would hear a song in a restaurant, and I would go, and it would take me like 5 minutes to find the app, 5 minutes to open the app, and then by the time I hit the button to listen to the song was probably over. And a lot of time in other apps, it would listen to the song, and it wasn't close enough or whatever. It would give me some sort of error that it couldn't find the song. I have used Shazam several times now, and every time it has identified the song, and I'm talking like from the first 10 seconds of a song, which a lot of times doesn't have, even the person singing or whatever, and also some pretty offbeat songs, not, mainstream songs. I go to a taco restaurant that plays like reggae hip hop. I don't know how to explain it. And it recognized the song, and it found it for me, and it gives you all the information on the song. Oops, I'm listening to my own self talking. It's not going to recognize that. But it stores the songs that you've had in there. So anything you've looked for before, it stores it all in there. It has information on it. You can open that up. You can pull it up on YouTube, get a biography of the person, get recommendations. You can tweet it, Facebook it, text it, email it, tag it, all that kind of stuff. Really, really cool. I love it.
Can you sing into it or hum into it and make it work? No, I want to know. I want to know.
Well, I know someone that tried, and I don't think it went so well.
Okay.
Although it was entertaining.
Okay. All right, then. Moving on. Thanks for pointing that out there. That's a great. I like that tool. It's actually Shazam has been really popular on other platforms.
Yes.
People loved it, and
Yes.
BlackBerry brought it and gave it to you in the free apps. If you go to App World and go into the free apps, the gift, as soon as you open the screen, the gift should be there. You'll now have a huge list of, let's start at the beginning real quick, because there's a nice list. Drive Safely Pro. Do not load that with OS 7. That crashed continuously on my device. We've talked about this. Bubble
Yes.
Bash 2, battery sucker. So the first two weren't too good. Then they came out with Bejeweled. People that like Bejeweled, great game. I'm a little concerned it's only got 2.5 stars. But Shazam has 4 out of 5 stars. Then
Shazam.
Vlingo, I like. Do I want to make that my app today? Yeah, no. But Vlingo is very cool. It's a voice.
No, make it your app because I want to talk about it.
All right. So I can leave my other one till later. Then now they've added The Sims 3, Sims Deluxe,
Oh my.
Photo Editor Ultimate, which has almost 5 perfect stars because I've seen this app and it rocks. It was a $1.99 app that rocks. And now they've added it today, Nobex Radio Premium, which allows you to download your favorite radio programs into the cache on your media card so you can listen to them later while you're offline.
And I don't see any of those.
Well, did you upgrade your BlackBerry World app? I don't know. I've got them. They're showing. I just downloaded one of them.
Okay. Anyway,
So
yes.
let's go back. So you said you want me to cover and change my app and go to
Yes.
Vlingo.
Yes.
So Vlingo requests one thing when you first install it. Let me help you out. It's going to request to be your convenience key on your device. And it wants to be your convenience key. The reason being is anywhere you are, you hit the button and you can talk right into your phone and it transcribes what you say, or you can give it commands, call, do this, calendar, all this cool stuff, right? It has a huge, I'll talk about that in a minute. The Bold has one problem. The new one, the 9930. I would like everyone to count with me. Volume key, convenience key, nothing.
Wah wah.
Wah, wah. So if you want your camera to be the convenience key, well, you only have one. If you want that to be Vlingo, then you get Vlingo. There used to be 2 on my other devices. I had 2 convenience keys. We won't talk about the placement of it on the Bold because we think it sucks. It shouldn't be where it is. Because every time I hold my device, I hit the convenience key and it turns on the camera or Vlingo, depending on what I've turned it on. So let's talk about what it does. It has Safe Reader, which I do enjoy. Safe Reader, if you turn it on, will, while you're driving, will verbalize to you text messages and BlackBerry BBM messages. It'll read them to you.
Now, is that like as they come in?
Yes.
Okay.
So if someone sends you a lot really fast, it would really get on your nerves.
And how easy is that to turn on and off?
You just go in and you just do this. Watch. Touch the screen.
Safe Reader on.
Safe Reader on, Safe Reader off. If you don't have a headset, though, in a car, useless. Because if it's sitting down there, you can't hear it that well.
And don't forget to turn that off.
Yes.
You go into a meeting, you know?
Or you go to dinner. And one of those 7 people that you bought a skin for sends you a BBM or a text. Message from, and what are you doing? You're trying to get this out of your pocket as fast as you can as it reads you the text. So just keep that in mind that you may want to do this.
Safe Reader off.
Okay. Now, what can I say? Example. Local search. Find. Well, their examples are kind of crazy. I wouldn't say find an electrician or find an apartment. Isn't what I would necessarily use this for at that point in time. I would say something like find Starbucks for some people or find gas. But web search is cool. Google, movie time, your zip code. If you know where you are by zip code. Or search weather in St. Louis. That's kind of cool. Dialing is there. Dial a number or dial a person at either mobile, home, or office. Text message. You can actually send a text message. Send a message to the person's name. Then you say the word message, whatever the message is. And it transcribes it and does it for you. You can update Facebook status, Twitter, email in the plus version only. Well, guess what they gave you? They gave you the version for email. You can do a note. So you can, like, if you got to remember to do something, note to self. Record BlackBerry today. Okay. And you can open applications like Open Calendar. Inside of applications, anywhere where you can normally type, you put the cursor, hit the button, and it will transcribe what you say. Safe Reader will hear new text messages, calendar event reminders, plus versions only, and the first 30 words of new emails as they arrive. So it's not BB. Oh no, it's part of, I think text is part of BBM. But you can then go in and actually, I thought you could modify. No, you can't. It just shows the icons. So it'll read the first 30 words of new messages. So if you really want to have new words, that's the place to do it. Now, here's something cool. Can I tell you about this?
Mm-hmm.
If you really, really want to mess with somebody, you turn Safe Read on, then you go into their options, and you go into spoken profanity filtering to off, and you can send anything you want to send, and it'll read the first 30 words. So make them a George Carlin good list is what you want to do. Make it a good George Carlin list. You can show the Vlingo behavior. You can have location awareness. There's all sorts of things. You can turn the text to, it's only male and female. You don't get to pick like international or whatever. And then SMS, email, and reminders, you can turn them on and off individually. And your search engines and things like that, you can set. And then you got to do your credentials for Twitter and Facebook. So I've given you everything about Vlingo Plus. And it's Plus and it's free.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you want to talk about it?
Well, number one, I lost my convenience key. I just want to see if that's going to type out my text test. So I lost my convenience key. Oh, it says, I think I missed the first part of that. Wait a bit before speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I lost my convenience key.
You're not doing that Shazam, are you?
Okay, that one actually worked. But you see what a dork I had to talk like? I couldn't just like talk normal. So okay, so number one, oops, I'm pasting this into chats now. Sorry. I'm already mad that there's only one convenience key on this device because I liked my two, but we've discussed this before, but I'm still not letting it go. So I'm already mad. And I love having the camera as the convenience key. So now I'm more mad if it's being taken away for Vlingo. Not to mention I'm used to it now as my camera. So I kept going to take pictures of things and instead was recording myself.
Okay.
So that's number one that I don't love.
Number one.
Number two, it doesn't seem to like me. Now you said it was okay for you. Like you recorded stuff and it transcribed it correctly.
Pretty darn good.
I loved the idea that BlackBerry Messenger, you could just be in BlackBerry Messenger and you could record what you were saying and it would paste it into the chat for you. No. So it's thinking, which first of all, I could have typed it by now. Now, and what did I said? And it will paste it into the chat for you?
Yes.
And he indicated end of the chat for you.
Well, I think it's more when you're driving or other parts, right? It's not just when you're standing here normally. You wouldn't want to do it all the time because you type. But it's going to be when you're driving around or when you're unavailable to sit there and type. That's what it's there for.
Right, but if I have to go back and fix it, then it wasn't useful for me. I can't send and
note to self: get a new convenience key. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I mean, if I'm driving, it's going to be even worse, right? It'll be less able to understand what I'm saying. You
know, it'd be hot is if I could, because there's only one convenience key. If I could set another key on the keyboard.
Not that we're bitter about that.
Like if I could set a key on the keyboard, like the V key, to sit here and just hold the V key for like 5 seconds, It would turn on Vlingo.
Right.
That would be great.
That would be more appealing to me because honestly, I kept turning it on and then kept turning it off when I wanted to switch back to camera and then turning it on and turning it off. And then ultimately I just said it doesn't work that well for me that I'm going to keep it as my convenience key.
And I would probably use the key, the 5 or the D key with a little dot on it so I could find it when I'm not looking. That's the only, I'd use that key.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
Call them up.
Okay. I'll get on Vlingo right away.
Okay.
And I'm sure they'll really care. All right. If they watch this show, now you know. We love it. We'd like to also have alternate voices. A couple more. I want a couple more. I want it to be like Tom Tom. I want Darth Vader, to read my text to me. I would rather have some voices. Ooh, that could be a market right there. An add-on for Vlingo. Okay, so
and I'm curious now. Well, hold on. I'm curious about people in other parts of the world because I know with the other device that has a voice recognition system, that some people, some of my friends over in the UK have had issues.
It rhymes with dreary.
Yes, that the other device doesn't quite recognize what they're saying. So I'm curious about Vlingo as well.
I'm presuming it's only U.S. English based.
Right.
That'd be my presumption. But it could try to read to you in any language you wish.
Right.
But I don't think it'd work.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So Vlingo it is. So those are our apps. Those are both. That is available, both of them for free right now in the gift section of App World. No charge to you, and one of them was a decently priced app. Wasn't Vlingo a few bucks, and then Shazam was a couple. I mean, they both of them were. You know what? It tells you if you go in there, but they gave it to you for free. Just go get it. Sheesh.
And get them soon because I think the free apps were end of the year. Yeah, so go get them.
Right there, it's a gift. It says a thank you gift from BlackBerry, and it says that all these apps will be available to you. Download at no charge until December 31st, 2011. Check here often to discover new ones. And if you really like The Sims and you have a newer device with more processor, don't try playing The Sims on an old device because you'll kill yourself. I would go ahead and look into that as well. Vlingo was $19.99.
Ouch. Okay.
And Shazam was $5.99.
See, now I would have paid after seeing what Shazam is like. I might have paid $5.99 for Shazam.
That's $26 in two apps that we just gave you for free. The Sims.
Well, they said it was $100 total, right? Probably.
That's why these last ones are $1.99. The Sims.
But there's no way I would have paid $20 for Vlingo. So.
And you know what? The Sims one doesn't say what it originally was for price for Sims 3. And Sims Deluxe also doesn't say what it was for price. Photo Editor was $1.99, and Nobex Radio was $9.99. Wow. So that one, there's premium international content from 16,000 stations, 100 countries. So this is an international app. Streaming is done either over Wi-Fi or through your network. And then what you do is you can share to what you're listening to through BBM, Facebook, or Twitter. You can personalize it and keep track of last songs you requested. See the playlist for 3,000 stations. Get songs with a single click right from your mobile device or receive an email with links to buy the song.
All right, are you doing two apps now or what?
No, this is free. And I don't know if we'll have time for everyone to see this by the time the end of the year. We'll have another episode, but I don't know if everyone will be able to get the, 15 minutes to 2 hours worth of music, watch YouTube. So basically this app, wow, the screen looks really cool too. The screenshots, that is a lot of radio stations. I'm going to say that. People are listening to radio stations all over the place. Well, interesting. Some people are saying this is great, this is awesome. Other ones say, why is it saying charges may apply later? So I'm wondering if it's going to be, some people say not enough local. It's not made for your local radio stations. It's international, 100 countries. How can we make that any easier to understand? How many did I say? 100 countries and how many? 3,000 different radio stations? No, 16,000 with playlists for 3,000. I mean, that's an enormous amount of stuff. So you should be able to find anything you want.
Okay.
All right. Tip time.
Tips. My first?
You're first. You're first for tips.
So my tips, and I can't believe that I didn't do this tip before, which I'm probably going to do it, and then you'll say you totally already did that tip. But my tip is, although I will say the battery life on my Bold is actually pretty darn good, there are those times when you need something else. And these are mobile device chargers.
Yes.
So that's my tip. Go buy one. I think this one was like $19.99, and this one was maybe $29.99, some maybe more, maybe I can't remember. Anyway, they both can hold a charge up to like 3 months, which is great. So you charge it up, throw it in your bag, and use it whenever you need it. You don't have to worry like, oh, I charged it and then it died. They both mostly recharge a BlackBerry handheld device, which is awesome. They come with different tips, so you can put them on different devices to charge other devices, but they're great, especially, you're out all day and then maybe you go out in the evening or whatever, and you're like, oh, it's on the yellow and I have to tweet everything that's going on right now. And but you're not going to be like in a bar plugged in next to the wall. Well, some of you might, but that can be hard to find sometimes. So the mobile device chargers, you plug it in, stick it in your pocket. It's recharging while you're walking, talking, drinking, whatever it is that you're doing, and you're good to go.
Now, we'll say this, and if you hold those up again, big difference between the two is the milliamps inside. So the white one has a single switch on the top. There it is, a little bit of light. You can see it in the corner down there on the front. There's a single switch to charge and then switch. So basically it's on or off, and it's got a little bit of light in the corner. The milliamps are smaller. The black one, if you hit the button on the front, hit the button real quick. It'll light up. There it goes. Boom. It is 3 out of 4 charge. It gives you a status of the amount of charge in the Black Cat one. It's more milliamps. I think it charges more, and it's easier to see how much charge is remaining. The other one is you don't know. Meaning once you plug it in, you don't know how much charge you have left, which doesn't matter. It's going to use it. You can run it until it runs out. But I really like the other one better. And like you said, it's the size of a...
Yes, that's what I was going to show. Like, I mean, look how small these are as I drop them.
Yep.
These are both really small, really lightweight. Just stick them in your bag. I have 2.
Right. You got them both. And then, you know what we'll do? We'll put links to those in the show notes.
Yes.
And they will be Amazon affiliate links. Just so if you do buy one from Amazon, you know, we get credit that you went there from us. But we'll put those in there. And we didn't even think about... we weren't even thinking about that as a tip at first. But those are great tips. So we'll put links to those in show notes from Amazon if you can. Click our link and shop away. Mainly at your Christmas holiday time. Buy one for the geek in you, or for yourself, or for one of the 7 people you buy skins for.
There you go.
I think you should. I think you combine all these into one big, massive holiday bonanza.
But I mean, honestly, though, these chargers have been a lifesaver for me.
Oh, numerous times when there's no plugs to be found, and you need
traveling or anything,
and you need stuck in an airport for 7 hours. And how hard is it to find a plug in an airport nowadays?
Right. Exactly.
All right. There you go. Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. My tip. I know we didn't do this before. This is in OS 7, and I think it's just kind of cool. And it's not really a tip per se as much as it is kind of cool. Important safety information, though. Do not attempt to change or otherwise adjust this application. Okay. Don't always show that, but I'll say I agree. What it is a compass application.
Okay.
So there you have in your device a compass app. Where did it go? I just had it open and the darn thing vanished on me. Where did my compass go? Does anybody know where my compass went? Seriously. I just had it open and it just went away. Oh, you know why? Because I installed the photo editor from the catalog real quick and it moved it for me. That's what happened. It moved it. Okay, well, I'm totally lost. So the compass is built in now. It comes with it. You're able now to... There it is. Sheesh. I installed the photo app. Now, there's a tune-up screen, which I want to show everybody. Right there. Everyone will get this tune-up screen if you have this new OS and the new app. The reason being, they want you to sit there like this. There it goes. And it vibrates to let you know it's ready. And then there's a little magic compass on the screen. And it shows you, very cool, longitude, latitude, and she adjusts hers, direction, south, southeast, all that. You can set a destination. You can calibrate it. There's all sorts of cool things you can do. You can do decimal degrees. You can set magnetic true north. You can set decimal degree with direction, minutes and seconds. It's got a whole bunch of stuff that you can do, but it's a really cool little thing. Mainly if you're trying to find direction or where you're going. And you know where is north or where is south. And it's built into the OS and it's very cool and uses, of course, your GPS stuff. So I really like it. And I want to make that my tip that's built in now.
Cool.
And I need to move my photo editor because it moved all my stuff around. Just so we can all be familiar and caught up with the way I do these things. There we go. I put it in with the media where all the rest of the media is. All right. So everybody, you've got a couple things to do for us. You need to reach out and let us know about any questions you have, any tips you have, anything you want to know what we do, or if you have, we've gotten some good tips too over the episodes. Mm-hmm. So you can do that at all the ways we list in the show notes. Of course, we talked about it, Twitter, Facebook. You can actually send us an email. You can leave us a voicemail. We'd love to play a video or a voicemail from somebody. So if you have your own tip, fire up, put the video online and email us or tweet us the link and we'll include it. Keep it short, 30 seconds or so max. We'll get it into the show and embed it in there. That'd be awesome if you could do that as well. And then you need to go get some skins for the holidays, and we'll put the links, of course, to the battery chargers you had in there, which are awesome in there. Any parting news or information for all of our wonderful viewers?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Whatever holiday you do or don't celebrate, happy holidays. Hopefully we'll see you again here before, of course, the big Christmas, because we know you'll be giving away lots of BlackBerries and Playbooks for Christmas to your family and friends, setting them up on the expired BlackBerry Music, because by Christmas time, it won't be free anymore, apparently, till the 12th, and then run it from there. If you haven't loaded it, you've got 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, actually.
Yeah.
to get to sharing. So get your free songs, get to sharing your songs, and otherwise we will talk to you in just a bit. Is that it?
That's it.
We're done.
We're done.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.